Welcome to the holy chaos that is Faith Formation Sunday. One of the happiest days here at All Souls. I invite you to rise in body and or in spirit, and the processional will begin. Ready?
Good morning. The pulpit's going to be going up and down a lot today. This is a place to feel good, to revel in who you are, and to be in a community of care and vitality where each person matters. I am Perry Montrose, Director of Faith Formation at All Souls. The children, youth, teachers, and I are glad you are here on Faith Formation Sunday, a reflection and celebration of this year of fun discovery for the children and youth. We're going to hear their voices this morning and invite you to be reminded of your own unique light. Welcome to All Souls, where all souls are welcome. All right, I'd like to invite Camden and Lorelei and Caitlin to come up.
Come on up.
You can come around the front. All right, so Camden and Lorelei are in the center. Caitlin, come up to the pulpit. All right, so you guys are going to be up on the step right there so people can see you. You're going to demonstrate. Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right, you are reading this.
Okay. We bring our attention to the folks in the online pews as we express our gratitude for the presence on this special day. Let us turn and wave to them.
We see you.
If you are with us for the first time, or if you are with us online for the first time, we'd love if you introduce yourself in the chat. If you are here for the first time in Unity Hall, we invite you to raise your hand so we can welcome you.
Anybody that a couple people knew? We see you. Welcome. We see you. We see you. All right.
This morning, we have a special greeting to share with one another. It's called the Flaming Chalice Handshake. Camden and Lorelei are going to demonstrate it for you. It starts with a regular handshake.
Wait, hold on. They're going to demonstrate. So. Okay. All right. It starts with the regular handshake.
Then,
You know what a regular handshake looks like. Everybody knows what a regular handshake looks like. Okay.
then goes to the athlete's cool handshake. Then you put your palms together and reach your fingers back. Finally, you create a flame with your fingers of your other hand. I invite those online to give each other a hearty virtual handshake. Welcome and what? Welcome, and those here in Unity Hall to greet each other warmly with a flaming chalice handshake.
Thanks.
Where are the kids going?
They're going to go sit down.
We begin, as we do every Sunday, by acknowledging the Nahantic, Mohegan, Mashantucket, Pequot, and Eastern Pequot people as the traditional caretakers, inhabitants of this land upon which we worship this morning. We honor and we pay respect to these tribes, their ancestors, and their lineage, who today uphold traditional practices, art, and education. May we remember always upon whose land we worship.
All right, I'd like to invite the kindergarten first graders to come up to light the chalice. You are. All right, come on up. If that's you.
I should be the big one. Can I do it? Kindergarten. I'm 7. I'm kindergarten. I'm kindergarten. Hey, where's my stick?
Okay, so. I'm going to take this working? Good. Okay. So this year, the kindergarten to first grade they lit their chalice with a song every morning to row, row, row your boat. Except it goes light, light, light the flame. There's a light missing, so it's light, light, light the flame, peaceful as a dove, joyfully, 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 joyfully fill the world with love. All right, so they're going to sing it through once, and then you're going to join them for the second time. Okay? All right, so let's all sing our... We're going to do this after. Do you remember the song?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's sing it now together. Ready? Light, light,
Light the flame, peaceful as a dove. I'm out. Joyfully, 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 joyfully fill the world with love.
All right, you can join in now. You're going to pass this candle. You're going to pass this. All right, ready? Again, and they're going to join you this time. Ready? Go.
Light, light, light the flame, peaceful as a dove. Joyfully, 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 joyfully fill the world with love.
Pass the candle. Pass it to Frank.
Bye.
Faith formation, we hear stories that raise important value questions, talk about life topics that there's no space for in school, and create a supportive community where each child can be their authentic self and explore with other caring people what that means. We create a place where children and youth can hear their voices and know that what they share is valued. That is possible because of the adults who volunteer in this faith community to act as listeners, guides, and caregivers to our children and youth. Our faith formation teachers bring their full presence to the children and youth. That is the gift that lasts beyond the hour on Sunday morning. They show what can happen when you are willing to simply show up with love, care, and an open mind. So today's candle of gratitude is lit for the teachers in faith formation who enable the children to experience a journey of discovery and growth at All Souls. And now we're going to put their names up on the screen. There's 2 pages of them, and I'm going to ask all those who taught in faith formation this year to stand and be recognized. All of you. Service, all of you taught, your cards and gifts are up here, so you can come and get one. And we have for you this special, really nice pen that actually also functions as a flashlight if you take this little yellow thing off. And
we believe you.
It has a little pen light on it, and it says, "Let your light shine." So you can always remember that. All right, so now I'd like to invite the 2nd to 4th graders up for the story for all ages. So this story that they're going to perform, they actually did in faith formation this year before they shared with each other their unique skills and voices. And the story, as you'll see, goes along with our theme of finding your voice.
There was once a farm. There was once a farm in a valley that was practically perfect in every way, except that it had no rooster, no crow to crow at the crack of dawn, and so everyone was always late of getting out of bed. The dog never woke up in time to fetch the newspaper for the farmer.
The farmer never woke up in time to milk the cows before the sun rose.
Why are we not? Tell you what, we're gonna here. Use that mic with them. Okay. So you two can use this one. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here. Maddie, you can use that mic. Okay.
The farmer never woke up in time to milk the cows before the sun rose. The cows never woke up in time to eat the grass when it was still wet with morning dew, which is when it is most tasty. Everyone was always late on that farm, and so everyone was always a bit cranky in the morning, and sometimes that crankiness lasted all day.
Until one day, a chicken arrived at the farm. Everyone was excited because she had a little yellow chick peeping and cheeping behind her.
Pardon me, Mrs. Chicken, but would your chicken... Pardon me, Mrs. Chick, but would your chick there happen to be, that is, might it be a he?
Why, yes, this is my son.
Hee-haw, a rooster chicken.
All the other animals squealed or whined or mooed or quacked or oinked too.
Bah.
We won't be late anymore. We have a rooster on the farm.
But they didn't yet. They had to wait for the chick to grow up.
And grow he did, until finally, young Mr. Rooster Chicken began to grow long swooping feathers on his tail.
Moo. Moo. You. A tail, a tail. Soon you'll be old enough to crow.
Oink, you look very handsome today, young Mr. Rooster. A very fine-looking fowl, if I may say so. Thank you.
But then he looked sad. His long tail feathers drooping and his crooks calmed down too.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
Bah, something's wrong.
Well, everybody's waiting for me to grow up and crow. I'm doing the growing up part all right, but...
But what?
but I don't know how to crow. I've never even heard a rooster. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. We shall help you.
We will? How?
Yes, how? We shall teach him. We shall teach him. You have heard of a rooster crow before, have you not, Mrs. Duck? Yes, I have. I can show you.
She flew to the top of the chicken coop nearby. Then she folded her wings back, tilted her bill up, and crowed.
Quacka, wacka, wacka, whack. Thank you, Miss Duck. Though that's not perhaps quite. I hope not. I shall demonstrate. First, one must climb, though you will fly to a high point. Then tilt your head back. Mrs. Duck did that part quite well. Clear your throat and crow. Oinka snuffle, oinka snuffle. Yes, well, that is not quite, it does sound a bit, you understand, with a real rooster.
I'll show you.
He leapt to the top of the fence, washed one paw, and looked up at the sky.
Meow, 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 meow. I've got it. Woof, 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 woof.
Oh dear. Maybe another chicken.
They fetched Miss Chicken, but all she managed was
Cluck, a cluck, a cluck. Then Donkey gave it a try.
hee haw, ha, ha, ha.
I'll never learn how to crow. I won't be any good at waking people up. Nobody will like me anymore.
Sure we will. I like you right now, and you're never crowed a day in your life. Besides, I don't want you waking me up. I like to sleep late.
I wonder, have you yourself ever tried to crow, Mr. Rooster? Me, but you're more of a rooster than any of us. And we will like you no matter what you sound like.
Even if you don't make any sound at all.
And so the rooster decided to try. He flew up to the top of the chicken coop, folded his wings back, tilted his head, and tried to make the same noises all his friends tried to make before. Softly at first.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
And then again, a little louder.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
And then very loud indeed.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
After that, no one had any doubt that young Mr. Rooster knew how to crow, not even young Mr. Rooster himself.
There is a farm in a valley that is practically perfect in every way. It even has a fine young rooster who crows at the crack of dawn, and so everyone always gets out of bed at the exact on time.
The dog always wakes up in time to fetch the newspaper for the farmer. The farmer always wakes up in time to milk the cows before the sun rises. The cows always wake up in time to eat the grass when it is still wet with morning dew, which is when it is most tasty.
Everyone is always wide awake on that farm and never cranky because they have a rooster whose friends helped him learn how to crow, just like this.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Here, where's my other one?
I'd like to invite the 5th to 7th graders and their teachers up.
Morning. The 5th through 7th graders did a curriculum that is called Bibleodian. As you might guess, Bibleodian is about the Bible, but we try to teach some of the lessons of the Bible or explore the lessons of the Bible in a more fun way. Kids learned stories from the Hebrew Testament. They decided what they thought about the characters and their actions, and they talked about it a lot. They had a lot of animated discussions. Once they start talking, they have a lot to say. They raised questions about the stories. They explored the actions the people in the stories took. They learned about family relationships, bullying, evil, wisdom, faith, and blessings, and fairness. The children found their own truths while looking at these ancient stories. Now, people have asked what it's like to teach this group. It's kind of like trying to herd squirrels. They would get into very deep conversations, and quite frankly, as a teacher, I learned an awful lot from them and from their exploration. This morning, the Bibleodian class is going to lead the beloved community by bringing you into these portraits, into these stories.
Newsflash. Cain kills Abel because he was jealous, because Abel got rewards and Cain got nothing.
Raise your hand if you have ever felt like you got the short end of the stick in your family.
Okay.
We think that if you and your sibling are having problems, that sometimes you have to compromise, and other times you might need to take a break from each other. You could play the only child game and separate for a while.
We light this candle in the name of compromise.
Newsflash, God asks Abraham to sacrifice his son to prove he was faithful.
Raise your hand if you have ever had to make a difficult choice.
We discussed this topic, and you think you should make the choice that better affects the people who are doing the right thing.
May this candle light the way to do the right thing.
Flood warning. The rain has fell for 40 days and 40 nights, and the whole world has flooded. Every living thing on the earth has been wiped out, except Noah and those with him on the ark.
Raise your hand if you ever felt that you were so alone you couldn't communicate with anyone.
We think the answer to the problem is to go to a place. What? Okay, I'll say it again. We think the answer to the problem is to go to a place where you don't feel so alone, where you can find a community like All Souls.
We light this candle for the warmth of community.
Missing person report. Braggart favorite son Joseph gone missing. A little accident or something darker.
Raise your hand if you've ever felt, I forgot what that word is. Envious of something, of someone, and had bad thoughts towards them.
We think that you shouldn't act on it. Wait the feelings out. Think about what you appreciate about this person. But also, parents shouldn't have favorites. And if you have an advantage, you shouldn't brag about it and should help others.
We light this candle for patience and humility.
Holy cow! Moses comes down from the mountain with 10 something and smashed the golden calf that people were worshiping.
Have you ever judged someone for their beliefs or opinion?
Not many people raised their hands that time. We think you shouldn't force religion onto other people because others are allowed to have their own beliefs.
We light this candle for the flame of freedom and for the flame of freedom and a diversity of beliefs.
Newsflash. David kills bully Goliath with 1 stone in his sling.
Raise your hand if you have ever dealt with a bully.
We think the best way to deal with a bully is to say thank you, because it will confuse them and they won't think you're worth bullying anymore.
We light this candle for kindness and the end of bullying.
Sharing your thoughts and your ideas. It was, as George said, a wonderful journey together with these students. And now we light one more candle for an opportunity to share all the thoughts and ideas as you wrestle with these problems, big and small, that you haven't gotten to share yet.
All right, you can go back to your seats, and we call up the kindergarten first grade to close this beloved community moment. In Faith Formation this year, we introduced a meditative moment. And the kindergarten first graders learned how to ring a singing bowl, and they did that in class for their meditative moment. So they're going to bring us into a moment of silence. I'd like to invite the 8th to 10th grade class up, the Building Bridges class.
The Building Bridges program is a wonderful opportunity for our youth to experience other faiths and weigh the differences and similarities to UU traditions. Honestly, I jumped at the chance to be one of the teachers going on these trips with them. This amazing year began by traveling all the way to Concord, Mass, to see the Unitarian Universalist heritage at First Parish, a UU congregation that has been around since before the Revolution. We also did local trips, walking all over New London, attending worship services with Catholics at St. Mary's Star of the Sea, American Baptists at Shiloh, and the warm, welcoming folks of Church of the City. Our UU kids heard more about Jesus than they ever thought they would. But they also heard the greetings of so many friendly people who welcomed us and graciously shared their faiths with us. There were a lot of varieties of Christianity to experience, but we also visited with Jews at Temple Emmanuel, Muslims at the New London Islamic Cultural Center in Groton, Buddhists in Middletown, and also Hindus in Middletown. Sometimes they found the services a bit longer than they were used to, or a bit quieter. Sometimes our ears were ringing from the loud celebratory music. But we always came away with a unique experience that opened our eyes and our minds to other faiths. I can't tell you as a parent and as a human being how important this is. Now the youth will share their experiences and what it meant to them.
One of the religions we studied was neo-paganism, which stands for New Paganism. And with my experience being raised in a pagan family in previous talks about paganism, I can confidently say that a big part of this religion is nature and acceptance. This is similar to All Souls because they are also core values in All Souls. Whilst there are some gods, they are more related to peace, acceptance, and nature rather than as an overwhelming, all-powerful figure as it is in some other religions. Therefore, neo-paganism and All Souls has both similarities and differences, but we both held some similar beliefs and values.
When we visited the Muslim mosque in Groton, before we visited, I had thought that it would be much showier and much bigger than an ordinary mosque because of the pictures I've seen online of them. But when we got there, it was very small and humble, and they were only big in their belief in their faith. The Islamic religion is similar to the Catholic faith, and they both believe in one God. And the Muslims believe in only one God in their own religion, as we welcome all religions and believe in all faith. And Unitarian Universalists are allowed to bring in our own beliefs, even if we don't believe in a God, and we welcome all religions. And a way that we are similar is that we all care for those less fortunate than us.
We visited the Buddhist Faith Fellowship. It was very quiet, and you have to have a lot of patience to be in the service. The most meaningful part of the service was when they lit the incense, and while the incense was burning, they started chanting, and after the incense burned, they put the ashes on their chest and forehead. Each person had a different way of doing it. There's a lot more sitting and time worshiping and reflecting in Buddha than in All Souls.
We visited a Hindu temple. What I observed is that when we got there, we had to take off our shoes out of respect. And then a guy came and showed us one of the worship services where everyone took a plate and circled the god Ganesh, mover of obstacles, with it. I remembered a statue of this god in Carolyn's office. There are many other worship areas happening at once. There's lots of incense, lots of incense burning, making the air quality poor. Kids around our age took us on a tour, explained all the gods in worship areas. There are lots of yellow vault-looking donation boxes. Everyone then went to worship one god at the same time after different areas altogether. It was cool that we actually got to participate in the worship.
Yes, but I am very stage fright.
Do you want me to read it for you with you?
I've got it.
I went to shop.
Stage fright. I'm terrified of being up here. I have avoided. I've avoided it for many, many years. Now let's do this.
Now is my mom.
All right, then let's do this.
We went to Shiloh New London Church, a black Christian church. It was a very joyful experience, but had very, very loud music. This music was a type of Christian pop, rock pop. Though the music was ear-bursting, you could feel the vibrations into you, purposely to touch your soul. I feel like the church's main purpose was having a safe place for black people to gather. Based on how this church existed during the times of slavery and the only way for black people to connect and express their beliefs. A difference between All Souls and Shiloh Church is that we have quiet moments, but they mainly just got louder and louder and were really Jesus-centered. Though a positive similarity between us is how welcoming they were and how both our church and Shiloh also included the children. Okay.
I visited the Temple Emmanuel, the Jewish synagogue. They practiced the Jewish faith. Something that I noticed was that the Torah, which they all cherish deeply and spend lots of money on, and put necklaces on, they kissed the prayer book and touched them to the Torah to honor and respect them. Something different about the Jewish faith is they believe in one religion, their religion. They believe in one God and only one. UU welcomes and respects all religions. Something similar between both is they both believe in giving to others less fortunate.
Is this on? We went. This is on. We went to the first Parish Concord UU congregation.
You speak a little clearer.
No, I can't. That's really hard.
Yeah, you can.
It's all right. I have stage fright and I spoke pretty good.
Dyslexia.
How he needs to speak.
It sucks.
You speak however you need to speak. So you went to First Parish Concord.
Yeah. The thing I liked about it was to walk around the church because we got to see this person repurposing wood so they don't burn the wood and help do the, what's it called?
Compost?
so they don't increase the greenhouse effect. I'm going off script.
That's fine.
So that was nice because they made an archway with the wood and made like a path with it. This person was also making a compost area for the church itself. We walked around the Walden Pond. It was a nice place. There's a nice view over the water. And that was the first ever trip we went on.
All right, so this year was an amazing journey for all of them, and it was really awesome to facilitate these conversations with this group since I was part of this program when I was younger. As you heard, each youth connected with the experiences differently, but they were all enriched by learning about these faiths in class and then going on the visits. We're grateful to all the faith communities that welcomed us so graciously.
So Dargiana shared that the music was loud, hard on the ears, but vibrating into you in a way that touched your soul. Sometimes life can be loud with so many sounds coming at you. The phone ringing and pinging, the TV news shouting, angry car horns blaring, the boss yelling, not in my case, just to be clear. Then there's the music, the birds singing, the crickets chirping, the tambourines and bells ringing, and people saying hi and I love you. They're all the sounds of life. We hear them each differently, and what resonates for one person does not for another. What resonates for you? What sounds vibrate into you in a way that touches your soul? That's what you must listen for to nurture your spirit and nourish your hope. If that beauty resonates within you, it will connect with your own frequency, your internal voice. The young rooster in our story is trying to figure out how to crow. It's his sound, but he hasn't found it yet. He listens to all of what his friends have to share. A moo here and a meow there, everywhere an oink oink. The first step is listening. It's important to respect other voices. Rooster is learning to hear the differences and understand them. Then Duck says, "You're more rooster than any of us." Duck is saying, be yourself. Find your own voice inside of you. When that happened, Rooster's crow is not just a sound, but an embodied voice. It speaks of who he is. And kids, that's your journey at All Souls, to find your true voice and feel what it sounds like. What you think will change over time, and you'll grow in ways that you can't even imagine right now. But find your inner voice, and it will carry you through all that happens to you and around you. We're here, and all your teachers are here, and all these adults are here to support you in that journey. As Pig said, we'll like you no matter what you sound like. While you're here, you'll hear a lot of braying and quacking that might not be your sound. And you'll hear some things that sound pretty sweet. Every once in a while, you'll hear something that makes you say yes and feels right inside. you'll want to hold on to that sound. It will sound like a singing bowl with just the right tone. And eventually, you'll learn to crow. You'll know who you are inside and what it sounds like to express that. You'll be able to shout it out and wake people up with it. I don't mean your parents when they're trying to sleep in. I mean, you'll be able to shout into the world about what's right and fair. Your actions will follow your words because they'll be coming from that same place. So everyone, take a deep breath. Now relax, let it go, and feel who you are. Just be in touch with your inner voice. And from that place, let's all crow together. You ready? You see that everyone has their own crow, but you bring them all together in this community, including those online. We're assuming you crowed too. And we create a loud sound that vibrates into the soul. May you carry that sound with you all summer. The slideshow that you're going to see now captures all those voices and sounds in images. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So imagine how many sounds you're going to be seeing. Thanks to Sean Elliott, we have this snapshot of our year in faith formation.
Thank you, Sean Elliott, for those beautiful photographs that we get to witness. We move into our offering, and to do so, we speak these words every week. Let us do so right now. We give to the work of All Souls. Our work weaves the fabric of love called community. To this end, we dedicate ourselves and this our offering. I'm going to invite all of the kids to stand up and shake at this point and let the offering be taken up. What can we cut? Nothing really, right? Cut this way back. You know what? I was just gonna, yeah. You know what? I should have cut the offering. We should have cut the offering.
Doesn't matter now. Doesn't matter now.
Tell the ushers what? All right. Thank you for all that you have given and shared. We are about to crash over the precipice, I feel like. So we're going to move through. Let me share with the kiddos especially. There's one more piece of what we're doing today that we want everyone to pay special attention to. So everybody take a deep breath. Okay. Perry.
We're going to do our bridging ceremony now. So I'd like to invite Kiana and Jessica and Yemaya to come up. And this is a particularly Unitarian Universalist ceremony honoring our graduating youth. And these three have been a part of this congregation since they were very young. And they've grown up here, and that means they've changed a lot. Although all three of them have really remained who they are inside. We talk about that internal voice, and they all have a strong knowing of what they think and what's right in the world and what isn't in a sense of justice. And so we have no doubt that they'll take that strong moral compass and strength of conviction with them wherever their paths may lead. So they also take with them the love, support, and strength of this faith community. And we want you to remember that we are always there for you, wherever you may be and whatever may come. So today we honor your presence among us and joyfully bridge you to your next chapter.
And we're going to do so in a way that will feel familiar, I think, to all of you. When each of you were dedicated as very young children, you were blessed with a closed rose that we took all of the thorns off. But now you'll notice that the rose is opened somewhat, although not completely. So we will bless you with these thorn-laden roses, so be careful, trusting that you know how to take care of yourself. And as well, knowing that none of us can take care of ourselves alone. And so, blessedly, all three of you have spectacular families, and you have the love of this congregation as well. So I'm going to bless you from a bowl that is named Clarity. This was a gift. This is water from our water communion. And so, Yemaya, you have been away with your beautiful family for many years, but close in heart this entire time. So I will bless your beautiful mind as you begin at Spelman so soon. I bless your beautiful heart, so full of joy and life and righteousness. And I bless your hands, Yemaya, for all of the good work that I know that you will do in this world. Go with our love and blessings. I love you so much. Jessica, you with your bubbly light. Look at that smile, look at that smile, right? We bless your mind as you begin a new chapter, your good and steady mind. We bless your heart. Oh, the kindness that I have witnessed you share with so many. We bless that heart. And I bless your hands, Jessica, because I know that you also will do the work of the world with your people who you will find and celebrate as they celebrate you, as we celebrate you. Go with our love and our blessings, Jessica. Love you. Kiana, who has served as such a leader in this congregation. You, I remember you, your voice, speaking of voices. When your moms got married, I have told this before, Kiana was in the soundproof room, but we all heard her. So Kiana, nothing is soundproof. Your voice will be heard, I know, in such powerful and beautiful ways. We bless your mind and all of the good and thoughtful ideas that you have brought to the table, the board table, the room where your friends all gather every Sunday. We bless your heart. Oh my God, your heart, your beautiful heart, that you keep sharing your kindness, your thoughtfulness, your way of bringing people together, everyone together, no matter how different anyone might be in that room, right? And we bless your hands, your good and strong hands, that you may continue to do the work of the world in all the ways that you know how to do. You go with our love and with our blessings. We love you, Kiana. Go ahead. And then for each of these three, we have the book for young adults published by the Unitarian Universalist Association called Becoming. And so we hope that this will be a meditation manual that you hold close to you, knowing that there are always ways to bring comfort into your lives. We are going to bridge you out. We're going to ask that everybody rise and that you create a bridge down the center. And we will sing what we sing every week as the children go. Here we go. Here we go. You shall go out with joy and be filled with peace. The mountains and the hills will break out before you. Be shouts of joy, and all the trees of the field will shout, will clap their hands. And all the trees of the field will clap their hands. Okay. That's a good idea. That's good. That's good. All right. I invite you to be seated.
I want to invite the kids to come up for the closing hymn.
All right, all the kids, come on up, come on up, come
with
on up.
Danny and Charlie.
All right, everybody up.
Come over here.
Raylan.
So this was a song that we did during our St. Patrick's Day lesson when we learned all about St. Patrick and who he really was. And Danny was our fearless leader for Rattling Bog.
What, Rattling Bog? You know?
I guess we could go over the lyrics while we're waiting. It's hi-ho, I think that's what we decided, right? Yeah. Hi-ho, the Rattling Bog, bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the Rattling Bog, bog down in the valley-o. That's the chorus. So you can all sing along, because you know the words now, if you didn't already. Bog there was a tree, a rare tree, a rattling tree, and the tree in the bog down in the valley, yo. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, yo. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, yo. Now on that tree there was a branch, a rare branch, a rattling branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Now on that branch there was a twig, a rare twig, a rattling twig, and the twig on the branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Now, I thought we were going to have the kids making some noise while we played, right? Do we have any noisemakers? You can also stomp your feet. Now on that twig there was a nest, a rare nest, a rattling nest. Nest on the twig, and the twig on the branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Now what's in the nest? Egg. Hold up your eggs if you have an egg. Now in that nest there was an egg, a rare egg, a rattling egg, and the egg in the nest on the twig, and the twig on the branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Now on that egg there was a bird, a rare bird, a rattling bird, and the bird on the egg, and the egg on the nest, and the nest on the twig, and the twig on the branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh.
distinguishing words are worship, spirits be renewed, and our purpose resolved as we stream. Our trellis flames extinguished until once again. All right, I invite you to put your hands up out toward the world. This is a house of hope, a place where all people of all ages are reminded of what it means to live with the freedom to love who you are, to be able to embrace differences and unite around compassion. Please take the strength of this community with you as you shout the good and shine a beacon out into the world. Let us go forth and do that in the days ahead, and let us eat lots of ice cream. Yes. Amen.
Let them go. Let them go. Is there an adult going out there? Carrie. Wait 1 second. Carrie. There are a couple of things for us to. First of all, I'm hoping there's a grown-up person outside by the truck too. Is there? Okay. All right, quick things. First of all, our thanks to Perry. This is always nutso. And first and foremost, this is a gift for you, Perry. I don't know where you are. It is so complicated making a faith formation ministry go that this man is able to do so with such grace is a miracle. A miracle for which we are all grateful. So thank you. Thank you. I hope that you were inspired. This went much longer than is typical. I hope, nevertheless, that you are inspired, perhaps, to think about teaching faith formation next year. If you are so moved, you can speak with Perry about that, and there is also a sign-up, I think, both for teaching and for summer fun and games on the worship table, which is where Shannon and where Lynn are waving to you right now. This is another plea for volunteerism. All Souls is responsible for the meal at the meal center this Wednesday. We are very, very low on volunteers. I am asking you to look within your heart to see if you can spare time from 4 to 6:30 on that one Wednesday of month. And Carol Irwin, please raise your hand. Here is Carol. If you are interested in learning more about this, perhaps not committing, please walk over and talk with Carol. Next Saturday is the Southeastern Connecticut Traveling Queer Movie Night, and it's here at All Souls. So if you have not come because it's been in other places, this is your chance to see This Is Jessica here at All Souls at 7 o'clock. Next week is our flower communion, so come with a flower. You'll hear more about that. It's also our dedicated offering for our Resilience Fund. Read about that in the weekly news. Food to the People is not happening this month for a number of reasons that you don't need to know, but no, we will take it up again in July. So next week is just the dedicated offering, not Food for the People. And I think that is all for now. Thank you for your patience and for your joy, and we'll see you next week at the Flower Communion. Thank you all.